Take a look at this photo. The man leaning against the car is Ferruccio Lamborghini, and that tractor behind him is how he built an empire. Long before he ever produced a supercar, he was a wealthy manufacturer of industrial agricultural equipment. When Ferruccio brought mechanical complaints about his personal Ferrari to the company's founder, he was met with a legendary dismissal. Enzo Ferrari told the tractor magnate he knew nothing about sports cars. That insult catalyzed a stubborn rage in Ferruccio. He decided right then to build his own vehicles, engineered specifically to humiliate the automotive establishment. To counter Ferrari's prancing horse, Lamborghini chose a combative new corporate identity. He unveiled this golden raging bull, a massive, aggressive animal ready to charge. The very existence of the brand is a multi-million-dollar engineering project built on the psychological need to prove a rival wrong. But anger is not an engineering plan. Dropping a massive engine into a metal frame is relatively simple. The real challenge is making that power drivable. This animation illustrates the physics of driving at 300 kilometers per hour. At that speed, wind resistance stops acting like a breeze and starts behaving like a solid wall. Even a minor steering error can be fatal. Without precise aerodynamic management, pushing raw horsepower against that wall of air causes a vehicle to vibrate, lift, and lose contact with the road. Answering Ferrari's insult required solving the central paradox of high-speed engineering, generating explosive power while building a cage strong enough to contain it. The first layer of that cage is the exterior shape. Designers use 3D modeling to ensure every sharp angle and air vent acts as a functional tool, slicing through the atmosphere. Those lines channel the rushing air to actively push the car down into the pavement, maintaining stability as the speedometer climbs. Underneath that aerodynamic skin sits the structural foundation needed to survive those immense forces, the carbon fiber chassis. Woven and baked under high pressure, carbon fiber allows for a chassis that matches the rigidity of steel at a fraction of the weight. These visuals reveal the physical violence occurring within the cylinder blocks of the V10 or V12 engines. It is a sequence of intense, rhythmic combustion occurring within an enclosed metallic space. Once the ignition engages, the engine undergoes thousands of these micro-explosions per minute, sending massive kinetic energy directly to the wheels. Every inch of the aerodynamic skin and carbon skeleton exists to prevent this terrifying explosive heart from tearing the vehicle apart. Engineers rely on sophisticated all-wheel drive and dual-clutch gearbox systems to act as a technological leash on that power. These systems function as a digital brain, instantly distributing torque and deploying massive brakes to ensure the driver maintains absolute command. But digital models only tell half the story. To prove these systems can survive real-world pressures, the cars are pushed through a global testing circuit. This is a frozen landscape in Sweden. It is a zero-traction environment where engineers push the limits of cold-weather endurance and all-wheel drive response. They then move to the blistering heat of Abu Dhabi. Here, they run endurance tests to ensure the thermal management systems survive intense desert temperatures. Surviving these contrasting environments ensures the mechanical cage holds. Reliability in the face of absolute physical chaos is the true mark of automotive engineering. Inside the driver's seat, that external chaos is replaced by a stark contrast. The violent engineering outside is wrapped in hand-stitched leather and precise digital displays. Flipping up the fighter jet-style cover and pressing the start button unleashes the signature exhaust note, a roar that defines the brand. This 1966 Lamborghini 350 GT represents where that legacy began. It was the first physical proof that Ferruccio's engineers could successfully outpace his rivals. By answering Enzo's insult, Ferruccio Lamborghini established an icon of Italian engineering and raw power. Today, when a Lamborghini passes by, it isn't just a car. It is a roaring 300 km/h monument to what happens when you tell a stubborn engineer they can't do something.